Alright guys, so today is our first day being able to fight Palkia in raids, and it is currently 2:40 according to my car, 2:38 according to my phone. Me and my brother are going to go catch, hopefully, some weather boosted Palkia because it is raining. There's supposed to be a huge storm coming in this evening. Really hoping that the rain picks up in game. I honestly haven't even looked at my game. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to look at best counters. And we're just going to do neutral counters here. So, extreme weather, which means no weather boost, and no friendship boost either. So, looking at these in Pokebattler, the reason that I pull up Pokebattler is because we're going to go through like the top tier counters, and then we're also going to scroll down a little further and look at some of the budget type counters. There are plenty, and based on Palkia's moves and his stats, he's actually going to be fairly weak to certain things that make it, actually, I think someone ran a sim that actually allows you to duo him. Don't hold me to that. It might not be doable, but I have seen people talking about trioing him, and doing 4-mans should be rather easy. So taking a look here, Rayquaza ends up being our top counter, and that's no surprise. Palkia's typing being Dragon and Water. Dragon's going to be super effective, and, I mean, Rayquaza is just going to push the most damage as a Dragon as is. So Dragon Tail Outrage on Rayquaza is going to be your best bet if you have those. Palkia, once you get a few of them, he's actually his second best counter, which I think is interesting. Then we're going to run down to Dragonite, Salamence, Latios, and Latios does pull in 7th. Togekiss doing just a tad bit better, which we'll talk about in a second. The thing about all of these dragons is that they're all running double dragon moves. So Palkia being weak to dragon, you're going to want as many dragon moves as you can. Even scrolling down just a tad bit further, you can see Giratina, Gyarados, Executor, and Kingdra all are running double dragon moves. So you really, really want to prioritize dragon type moves as best you can. Now, Togekiss, let's talk about this for just a second. Hidden Power Dragon and Dazzling Gleam. You're going to be doing super effective damage on your fast move, super effective damage on your charge move, and because you're fairy, you're actually going to resist his dragon damage. So Togekiss, even though it doesn't pull the most DPS, I definitely feel like that's probably, like, in my opinion, the top counter, just because of how well it's actually going to do. I love that Togekiss. I have one. It does have Hidden Power Dragon. Somehow, I just don't want to spend the resources to power it up, but it's definitely on my team, which we'll also go over here in a second. More budget type counters, I would say Alolan Executor is pretty budget. I mean, if you have them, of course they've been in raids for a while. If you have them, they're not bad by any means. I mean, he's 10th on the list. Kingdra, I mean, they're kind of harder to come by, especially in my biome. I don't get a whole lot of water spawns, so if you live near water and you have plenty of Kingdra, definitely a good counter there, especially because Palkia is either going to have a dragon charge move, a water charge move, or a fire charge move. Kingdra's going to resist 2 out of those 3. Then you have Mew. Mew actually runs the same as our Togekiss up here, with a Dragon Fast move and a Dazzling Gleam. The problem is that Mew's stats just aren't quite as good as Togekiss, so it falls a little lower on the list. Lugia, of course, with Dragon. Flygon with Dragon. Gardevoir, very, very cool here. Confusion, Dazzling Gleam. I do also have a Gardevoir that I'll be using. Now, let's look at some budget type counters. So Granbull. Granbull's pretty common. I would say he's more of like an uncommon Pokemon, but he's definitely a budget counter. Snarl and Play Rough. I mean, easy peasy, right? Slacking, if you have one of those. Pretty sure Alakazam with Dazzling Gleam. I'm pretty sure that's Legacy. I can't remember for sure. Groudon with Dragon Tail, Solar Beam. As long as Palkia doesn't have Hydro Pump, you're going to do pretty good with that Groudon. I actually chose those as my B team. Roserade, Poison Jab, Dazzling Gleam, definitely does good. Basically, you can kind of see a trend here. Anything that has Dragon-type moves are going to be your top DPS. Anything that has Fairy-type moves are going to be pulling up the second tier of DPS, really. Celebi even makes an appearance. Mewtwo with Confusion, Shadow Ball. That actually doesn't do any like super effective damage in any sense, but I think it's just because of Mewtwo's stats being so high. And you can see Charizard here with Wing Attack and Dragon Claw. just dragon type moves in general. Ursaring is probably like the most budgeted counter in my opinion. He just has he has really good moves for what he is, and since he's pretty plentiful as a normal type Pokemon, I would say he's pretty okay. But yeah, that's actually like your best bets. I mean, of course, prioritize dragons, then go fairy, and then just kind of pull from what you have in terms of fairy type moves. Alright, so let's take a look really quick in game. Okay, I do have some eggs going off here. So 10k, we're really hoping for Riolu. By the way, I am also on the newest version, 0.133. We're gonna do a breakdown on that as soon as it gets posted on Reddit. I will go through that with you guys. Alright, so what I actually have going for me, I'm actually going to cut out that part from my Twilight thing. Twilight video, I'll be doing that tomorrow. For Palkia, what I've got is Salamence is my strongest dragon. Dragonite pulling up in a close second. I do have that Togekiss with Hidden Power Dragon and a Dazzling Gleam on it. I've got 3 Giratinas that all have dragon type moves on them. I do have one that's pure ghost, I'm pretty sure. And then I've actually got these 3 weather boosted Groudons that all actually have dragon and solar beam on them. They have the dragon tail, I think is what it is. So I actually have that, which is a-okay. Solar beam's not really going to do like a ton of damage, but then we have our Executor with double dragon moves. We have our Gardevoir with Confusion and Dazzling Gleam, and we have Dragonite there pulling up the rear. It's the weakest Dragonite that I have, unfortunately, but it's the only other one that has double dragon moves. As I go through, I may end up pulling these Giratina down into the B team to replace these Groudon once I get enough Palkia. Once I have 3 Palkia, my entire A team is going to be Salamence, Dragonite, Togekiss, Palkia, Palkia, Palkia. That way I'll have the second best counter to Palkia itself, and then I'll just move those Giratina down to the B team and just run it like that. It is officially 2:48. The plan right now is to actually go see if we can get some shiny boosted Kyogres, but, you know, we'll see how that goes. Waiting on my brother to show up. As soon as he shows up, we will head out and try to get some raids done today. If I don't talk to you before the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy these raids. Really fast, because I forgot. Yesterday, I did find a Catch a Dragon type, so I can finally clear out a spot in my queue. But I also had 3 excellent throws in a row from the other day, so we get to shiny check this Larvitar today. So let's do that. Maybe. We're not going to wait because tomorrow's going to be a talking video and I'll probably forget if I don't do it now. So catch a dragon type. Luckily Palkia is out, but we're going to go ahead and clear a little bit out of the queue here. So I do have Dratini saved up here. Pineapple this thing. And I don't even know like how old this thing is. And that's catch a dragon type. Let's go ahead and shiny check. Nope. So now we're gonna do some raids. Goodbye, Kyogre. I'm glad you're gone. F you. Alright guys, so that was fairly big day today. So I lost one Palkia. He's not like too difficult to catch. He reminds me a lot of Mewtwo. He's really far back. You're just gonna have to lock the circle and just yeet that ball as hard as you can, okay? Like he's far back there. I managed to catch 3 out of 4 today, so not too bad. He's a very good attacker, especially in the Dragon Realm. I also don't have my Gold Dragon medal, so I'm going to be shooting for that this month as well. So I will definitely be down to do many more of these Palkia raids. I don't even know what the IVs were on the last one that I got. I did catch it off of a Pineapple. My general strategy is just to Pineapple until I have 10 balls left, and then Golden Raz everything after that. It's just kind of if I got it, I got it. If I don't, then, you know, it's whatever. Because I really want as many candies as I can get, but, you know, I'd rather catch it than not catch it. 3 candies are better than 0. We also missed out on weather boosted Palkia today. Literally, when the newest ones were supposed to freaking spawn, it tripped over and went to cloudy weather instead of rainy weather. It had been raining all day, and it couldn't have stayed. So that's all good. Plan for tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about the Twilight Cup. I'm going to be going over my analysis, my ginormous freaking research that I've been doing. I'll kind of just give you guys a little bit of what I did. Try to see with the light here. So this is my notebook. Wrote out all my notes here. Wrote out every single Pokemon that I felt like was at least somewhat decent. And wrote out some team comp for myself there. I'm like pretty sure I already have my team like set in stone, and I have some things kind of like in the Boulder League. I don't necessarily agree with why people are running certain Pokemon. I understand why you're running them, but I will not run those because they are kind of one-trick ponies. But we'll go over that tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching the video today. If you like to like videos, make sure you do that. If you don't, you can be that guy and do with the thing. Otherwise, if you have anything to Otherwise, if you have anything to say, let me know what you have to say in the comments below. And until tomorrow, guys, I will catch you then. Oh yeah, I'm also recording the podcast today, so go watch the podcast. Bye.